Ghost?
Somewhere.
I am here. I'm sharing the screen.
Oh. Well, you haven't said a word. I'm
apparently
sorry.
was
Been here for
muted.
15 minutes.
He said a lot of words. We just couldn't hear any of them.
Yeah, apparently I was still muted on the GoXLR despite hitting the button to unmute the GoXLR.
Well, I'm rating you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so apparently the GoXLR was just like, nah, you don't need to talk. Cool. Cool, GoXLR. I appreciate that, I guess.
Yeah, Ghost is my witness. I was doing really good in PvP. The first fight that I had was a little dicey, but then I figured it out and killed him. The second one went really well. And the second one was where I went up against a player killer, because, like, he had so much healing shit on him, 10.
Oh.
He had so much. And I'm just sitting here like, I should just leave with all this and pocket it for later.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
I want to say I left with at least 6 stacks.
Let's get going.
Of each. Potions and bandages. And I still left some. That's how much he had. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to put this in my inventory and just going to use this instead of buying from others, because yay.
Yeah.
He was a longsword user and none of my swings hit his parries. And the one time it did hit his parry, I dodged it.
Yeah.
So.
Well. Nice.
Yeah. So when it's fighter v fighter, I'm starting to feel very confident. It's with other classes that I feel a little bit nervous.
I mean, I'm the same. I can do a barbarian versus barbarian, but when I start going against another class, it becomes a little bit more iffy. Especially a magic caster, because I never know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to fireball on self? Because that's going to hurt both of us.
I like fireballing on self as a wizard. It's great.
I had one do that to me the other day.
Look, here's the mentality. I am not going out by your sword. I am going out by my own actions. I am going to kill me, not you.
You don't get to kill me. Only I can kill me.
You know, that's a great theory. Except for the fact that he fireballed on himself with a magic protection potion on, so he lived. But he also didn't hit me in the blast.
Again, I'm gonna fireball myself.
So I still smacked him.
Well.
Wow, this lake is beautiful.
It really is. You can see the sunlight glimmering on the water. And the air feels so clean, too.
This is Lake Lacrima. The hermit lives in that cabin over there.
Excellent. We should go see him at once. Now Lisa is
How
suspicious.
beautiful. Yeah, breathtaking.
There's got to be a chest over here, right? Right? Right?
Oh.
No, there's not. Lame. Good horsey. seems like there's someone inside.
I suppose it must be the man we came to see then?
Yeah, I bet he just came back from fishing.
For a hermit, he doesn't seem to want for much.
So, what are we going to do?
Excuse me, is anyone home? Oh gosh. I gotta bring up his voice. Because this character has a voice.
Is it an elderly man's voice?
It is, but I just need to figure out what his actual voice sounds like, though. Because he does have an actual voice. Oh, why is there not a voice line for that? I know he has voice lines. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to find them right now because I can't find them. I know he does have actual voices. Alright, who needs a voice?
You
Am I
do.
still?
Go
I'm
for
still
it.
lower than Xander's.
Slightly, yes.
All right. It's open. Come on in.
Oh, Lisa?
Excuse us then.
Hey, good to see you again, sir.
Well, if it isn't Caius. I haven't seen you around for what, half a year now? And little Elisa's here too. Why, I don't think I've seen your face in, must be coming up on 5 years now. Wait, what?
Could this be?
Grandfather, what are you doing here?
Saw it coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's one way to be introduced. But let me give you a proper welcome. I'm Gwyn Reinford, Elisa's favorite granddad. Pleasure to meet you all, Class 7. Honored to meet you, sir. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Emma Milstein.
Uses Albreo. It's an honor. Promising group of young folks as ever there was. But you've sure done a lot of growing in the last 5 years, Elisa. You're taller and bigger. Does this old man's heart good to see how easy on the eyes you've become? Yes, he is creepy.
Creepy.
Yes.
Grandfather, please. But forget about me. What have you been doing out here all this time? Back when you disappeared from Brewer, I'd never had believed it if someone told me this is where I'd find you. Do you have any idea how worried I've been?
Oh, come now. I send you letters a couple times a year, don't I? Of course, I read all the ones you give to Sharon, too.
Still, have you been here the whole time these past 5 years?
Just about. I don't stay year-round, though. I spend about half the year traveling around the continent, seeing friends or visiting the Empire.
I see.
Mr. Reinford? Would you mind if I asked how you know so much about our field study?
He does raise an excellent point.
It's almost as though you were expecting us to pay you a visit. Well, it's just a coincidence the truck broke down when it did. But I admit, ever since Irina told me you were coming to the Highlands, I figured I'd see you at some point.
You still talk to Mother?
Yes, indeed. Though just a bare minimum. That girl's zeal for her work borders on unhealthy. What did I ever do to turn her into such a workaholic?
Elisa?
Anyway, we're all done with our coffee, so let's head on back over to the settlement and have a look at that truck. Just wait outside a bit while I go grab my tools. Oh, actually, I got a few good-sized trout. You take them over to the settlement when you go.
Of course.
So that's the former chairman of the Reinford Group. I knew of him by name, but he's far more light-hearted man than I would have guessed.
Indeed. He seems very easygoing.
You can say what you really think. You're not going to hurt my feelings or anything. Everyone loves him because he's all laid back and approachable, but mostly he's just capricious and irresponsible. And then 5 years ago, he just...
Elisa?
Never mind. Let's get going. As soon as he's ready, we're heading back to the settlement.
Alright.
Let's wait for him by the garage.
Guys?
So we head back to the settlement.
Hey, Gaius. You're on pretty good terms with my grandfather, then?
Something like that. I've only known him for a couple of years, but all of us in the settlement owe him a lot. Myself included.
Ah.
Okay, we're good to go. Mind if I ride with one of you?
Grandfather?
You aren't driving? The engine's been mounting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up on a chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Green, right? Got room for one more up there?
Poor Reen.
Her grandfather is wild.
Why did he have to pick Reen? He'd better not be giving him any funny ideas. Oh, you better believe he will be.
Why is that cut off the screen? That's weird. Anyway.
That's a great question.
What? Resolution? Yeah. I'm sure that isn't the case. I'd feel a bit more at ease if you focus on more on the reins, though.
How's little Sharon doing these days? She recently started working in your dormitory. That's right. I haven't had too much time to get to know her. But she seems really skilled in what she does. Oh, she is! Very much so. But more importantly, she's a real cutie. She always has that lovely reserved air, but there's a playful side to her too. I wish she'd sign on as my personal maid. That'd be the life. Yeah. I told you, he's a creep, but he's funny. Yeah. But that Emma girl is really nice too. She's got those glasses, that hair you want her to let down. And she's class press material to boot. There's a smoldering homeroom hottie if I ever saw one. Come on, you know you agree with me. Well, I can't really say that I disagree with you, but... if you don't mind my asking, why did you never tell Elisa that you were here? Tell me, Irene, what kind of girl do you see her as? Well, I say she's a really hard worker in a great many respects. Oh, I have no doubt about it. She's good looking, polite, as well mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent. And that all comes naturally to her. It's not some persona she forces on herself. Yeah, I'm amazed at how effortless she makes it all seem. And yet, she has a habit of trying to resolve everything without relying on anyone else for support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped the notice of a canny young man like yourself. It does feel like that
Ships
sometimes,
them so
yeah.
hard. He ships them so hard.
I mean, it's kind of leftover shipping from when it was supposed to be that way. But yes, absolutely he does. She's kind, and her sense of duty compels her to always see things through.
That's Reed you're talking as, not the old man.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was talking as the old man. I can't read,
Nope.
apparently. But she always
Yep.
keeps everything bottled up. Like, she never wants to let on to anyone unless she needs help with a problem. Yep. These are flashbacks. We've seen these. Yep. I have a feeling the relations between her mother and I constantly end up that way. Or, to be more specific, the conflict between the two of us. That's why I didn't tell her where I was. But I'll leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure that once the two of you are a bit closer, she'll tell you on her own. A bit closer? I have a feeling there's a critical misunderstanding going on here. Oh, is that so? I thought there was a little something going on between you two after seeing your name come up in one for letters. Well, we did have that unfortunate accident back at the start of the year. But that's all it was. We eventually got it sorted out and nothing's really happened since. An accident, eh? Did you accidentally collide with her on your way to school, causing her to drop the toast she held between her sweet lips?
That was her fault.
And as the dust cleared, did the two of you find yourselves sprawled on the ground in an unlikely yet heart-racing position? That's a really oddly specific question.
He's a weeb.
But I don't know what kind of heart-racing position you're... So, something really did happen, didn't it? Now, just tell old Gwen here about it. I want every last juicy detail.
Grandfather, please.
Oh, man. Her grandfather is hilariously
Oh,
creepy.
God.
Hey, isn't that... Ooh, it's those military academy students. I wonder what they're doing all the way out here.
What are you doing all the way out here?
Oh well. Looks like things are gonna start getting interesting. Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
Hmm. I wonder.
We're just out here having a good time, looking at the sunset, enjoying the scenery.
Yeah.
What is she doing out here?
Mm-hmm. What is she doing out there? And who does she work for? And who is she?
How dare she?
That
What
night,
if she's also looking at the scenery and enjoying the sunlight and everything?
Not that.
I mean, she was right then and there, to be fair.
Stalking us.
That night, they held a banquet at the elder's house.
Alright, I'm gonna go work on my computer. Bye.
Bye.
I just... The Fuses having the bunny ears is just... It's such a serious scene.
And being
just,
the only one wearing
yeah, it's
them
such a
too.
serious setting
is
and
my
scene,
old man
and then
voice.
uses.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what we do without you, Gwen. Here's to you, my friend.
And to you. Come on, Lacken. This booze isn't going to drink itself. Yes, yes. Why do I have 3 people in that scene holding around?
Because you've been holding back on taking voices, sir.
That's because I keep being the main character who it's all the voice lines.
Oh, this is me too. I can still hardly believe it. Finding the famous Gwen Reinford out in the sticks like this.
You know him then?
Of course, he seized on the opportunities of the herbal revolution to make Reinford the industrial powerhouse it is today. And it's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over.
The Reinford Company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their name on firearms and such. They underwent a massive expansion of their lineup and started working on orbital weapons and railway projects.
I suppose that's what it must have looked like to the nobility. But the company does business all across the continent, not just domestically. Gwen has a refreshingly international outlook for an Erebonian businessman.
I see.
I knew he was the keen man, but I didn't realize he was that famous.
The real mystery is why someone would walk away from that in the first place. Some people say he got ill and had no choice but to stand down, but look at him now. He's the picture of health. So maybe there's some truth to that old rumor after all.
Oh? Somebody's listening in over there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I see that ear and eyeball. Just something I heard a long time ago. No real proof of it, and we at the Imperial Chronicle aren't in the business of printing basal speculation. Elisa?
I think my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I'm going to go out and get a little fresh air, okay?
Alright.
Please.
Reen, Elisa's going out to get some fresh air. Would you mind going and keeping her company?
We're totally not shipping you together.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
There's a clip.
Why me? You're the class president and all. You'd make it for better company.
No. Trust me. I think you're definitely the best man for the job.
Emphasis on man.
Well,
Man.
if you say so, alright. I'll be back in a little while then. This is the scene that I was thinking of for the nighttime part.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
Wow. Would you look at that view? Isn't it amazing, Elisa?
It's so pretty!
I'm guessing that's her mom.
That is
I think
Irina.
I don't think we assigned her yet.
No, because I think she voiced it during the last one. Mira, do
Okay.
you want to continue playing the
The bitchy
evil
woman
mother?
got it.
Yes.
Keep
Yeah.
your tropes going.
Just keep the trope
Yeah,
going.
sure.
You do it
Sure,
so
I would
well.
Love to. I would love to.
Except that, let me preface this. At this point in time, she's actually nicer.
Yeah, I kind of imagined, but I got to get her voice
But
going,
yes.
you know?
I understand that. I'm just letting you know that in context, she's actually a decently nice person. She's still, you know, a little bit stern, but she's nicer than she is now.
Come on, you two. We need to get going. We're running behind on schedule.
Okay. Now, I am going to voice this character for other reasons. This is her father. Mainly because
Incoming villain. anyways.
no, actually, her father's dead. We know her
Mm.
father died.
Spoiler.
No, we know that.
Or
She talked
is
about
he?
it.
Or is he?
Um,
Dun dun
Well,
dun!
I should say that we know that he's not around. We don't actually know if he's dead or not. But now, let them have their fun. It's not often you have a day off like this. Why not try and relax for once?
Oh.
But he has incredibly few amount of lines, so I'll just take his stuff. Because you only really see his stuff in flashbacks like that.
Elisa?
Oh, Rain. What are you doing out here? Did you eat too much?
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes.
Mood.
You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be Whoa! Sorry about that.
See? What did I tell you? We've been riding all day. I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a
We
horse
at work
really
today.
takes it out of you.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey,
Thought
Elisa.
bubbles. They're everywhere.
Look up at the sky.
Huh? Oh, wow.
Ooh.
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
You're right. My father was a technician. 8 years ago, he passed away.
Oh, well, now you know.
We don't know.
All right. Apparently, I said it a few minutes
My
early.
family was never really
Spoilers.
the same after that. Mother was director of the company back then. She focused all of her energy on making the Rhineford Group even bigger. She used to treasure our family, but after that, it's like she could barely spare a thought for us.
Oh. She did seem like a talented businesswoman when we met her. Well, more than talented to run the Rhineford Group.
What you saw in Ruhr Station was just a watered-down version of her normal intensity. We'd be able to have dinner together maybe once every 3 months, and that's being generous. But at least I wasn't alone. Grandfather and Sharon were always there
Bless
for me.
you.
Bless you. Thank you.
That's how it was, huh? I guess you've known Sharon for a long time then.
Yeah, my mother hired her about 7
Bless
years
you.
ago. Being a Rhineford and all, I never had many people I could really call friends when I was young. The nobles looked down on me, of course, but the common people treated me like I was different from them, too. At least with my grandfather and Sharon around, I never felt totally alone. Grandfather introduced me to all kinds of different hobbies, like horseback riding and playing the violin. Sharon taught me self-defense and archery, and all the high society etiquette expected of a lady. Meanwhile, my mother kept expanding the company completely against the wishes of my grandfather, the chairman.
I see. Though, hasn't Rhineford always been a big industrial company?
Kind of, yeah. Even back then, they took on projects in all fields, from steel mills to railway construction to guns and tanks. It's not surprising there are people out there who like to call the company a merchant of death. I can't say I completely agree with that side of the company, but I've never felt embarrassed or ashamed about it. But a few years ago, the Rhineford Group finally went too far.
What do you mean?
Those 2 railway guns set up in Gorelia Fortress on the eastern edge of the Empire? You know about those, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them. They're supposed to have the longest range of any orbital cannon in the world.
I've only seen their spec sheets, but the destruction they're capable of is terrifying. Erebonia's still fighting with Calvert over Crossbell, and those guns are capable of targeting any point in Crossbell State. In just a couple hours, they could wipe Crossbell City and its 500,000 citizens off the map.
No way. That's way beyond being a weapon of war. More like an instrument of massacre.
I couldn't agree more. And neither could my grandfather, who supervised their construction. Even though my mother was the one who signed off on the project, my grandfather regretted it like the decision was his. As he was hesitating over whether to hand them over to the Imperial Army, my mother betrayed him.
What?
She went behind his back and secured the support of all of Rhineford's major shareholders. Everyone from Ruhr's ruling lord Marquis Ragnar to the top brass of the Imperial Army was on her side. In the face of such overwhelming pressure from all sides, my grandfather was forced to capitulate. He stepped down as chairman, and my mother wasted no time taking his place. That's when my grandfather decided to leave the company entirely, and me. I thought I'd at least have Sharon on my side, but she just did whatever my mother told her to do. It's been 5 years since then already.
Oh. I think I get it now. Why she gets under your skin, I mean. It's not so much what your mother did, but how it ended up tearing your family apart.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my mother would betray her own father. I couldn't believe grandfather would take it without fighting back. I couldn't believe Sharon, who'd always supported me, watched it all happen without a word of protest. It really drove it home to me, how big the Rhineford Group was now, and how small I was. I hated realizing it had become so large that corporate interests were stronger than family ties. Looking back, I guess that's when I decided I'd leave home and enroll in the academy. Even when I ran, I couldn't go far enough to escape my mother's shadow, or the Rhineford name. Then I come here and find my grandfather happily enjoying a whole new life without a care in the world. When I stepped outside, I was feeling so lost, so frustrated, wondering what I'd been doing all this time. But it's kind of strange, you know? I look up at the stars and it feels like I can escape the gravity of everything. I think I'm finally starting to understand why my grandfather chose to leave it all behind and move out here in the first place.
You really are strong, Elisa. Stronger than you realize. You were finally ready to talk about it. About your family and the company and everything. So maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Maybe you're right. But I don't think I would have been able to if I hadn't enrolled at the academy. Meeting everyone in Class 7, the lacrosse club, you, I'm a better person for it. Your support has already made a difference. So, thanks. Thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
Anytime. Though, truth be told, I came to check on you because Emma asked me to. Sorry to ruin the moment.
I thought that might be the case. Oh well, there's always next time. It's kind of strange to hear you tell me I'm strong, because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader, someone we can count on to keep us on track.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down. Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go, especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Celtic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself. But sometimes, I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away. From my family, from myself.
Oh. Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Reen. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right? Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face.
He's like Lloyd all over again.
Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
All right, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out. In my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thor's was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7. And now, all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world. So... Wait, all of us?
You two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
Like, guys, just a solid nod. Just,
No way! How long have you been listening?
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
I love you. This is a snide remark.
Reen, he was the one who said it first. I was just repeating it back to him.
Oh, Lisa, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
He's not
How
sorry.
did I end up in the middle of this anyway? Fine, if that's how you want to play it, none of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
What? I don't...
You wish.
Seems like you did well.
No. Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, Gaius?
Hmm?
This is a really beautiful place.
Yeah, ain't it?
I like how Gaius is just kind of like
Ooh,
this, like, just morally solid character.
got a
That's just
little
like,
word
I
here
am
for you."
just here to be like this grounding point for all this craziness that's happening in this class.
Drinks are on me someday.
Someday.
Like, I've got no issues in my family. I've got no issues in the area. Like, I just came to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Zats.
I don't think we have any voices for this guy.
Nope. We do not.
Alright. Well, we're in the north. I can't do the southern accent. Well, I could.
Nope.
Yeah, I
to
could.
the
He could have been
north.
transferred up here.
Good.
Let's see. Okay. 255 hours. Shift's almost over. Notice anything suspicious? Or anything at all, really? Why do we even do this every day? Soldier number B.
Xander.
You do know what the point of having a sentry is, right?
Oh, hey. You're early. Come on now. Gotta get where I'm coming from. At least a little. I understand if we were posted near Crosswell. Who's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks?
Well, you never know, right? Perhaps the fact that you never expected would make the perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Vander says we need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do.
Lieutenant General's a great man, yeah. What are those big shots from the 3rd Armored Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? You think that rumor's true? He got posted here because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor?
Watch what you say. The kind of idle gossiping is that rumors get wings.
Fine, fine. Such a killjoy. Anyway, you've got things covered here. I want to go get some sleep. A few minutes left on my ship, but you're here and... Hey, who's counting?
Honestly.
Wait, what was that?
What the?
What happened? Did they just get shelled? Who had the order to attack?
No one. I've heard nothing of the sort. Zendergate needs to know about that.
What the...
No way.
Ah!
An enemy attack? Where's it coming from?
No.
Oh, adios.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Neo
I
Matter.
think they might be dead.
How's it going? Hold on.
I just realized I was
I
muted.
think the game might be dead.
I just
No,
want to point
I-
out soldier number B.
Yes,
Mhm.
I stand by what I said.
Soldier number B.
Yes.
Yep. Sure.
Hey,
I got-
you can smell the color 9.
Yeah, and it tastes like orange.
You know what? Fair. You know what? Fair is fair.
We are
I always
having
love that song.
a great time. If you can't
Fair is
tell,
fair?
No, Smell the Color
how was
9.
14? Where you
Oh.
at now? You're still in Endwalker, right? Yep. Nope. Sorry, I was getting rated.
So was the base.
Chat.
Accurate.
Chat. Raiders.
Appropriate time to
Chat.
raid.
Raiders. He said soldier number B.
Yes, I did, and I stand by it.
He did.
Soldier number B.
Soldier number B, absolutely. Yeah, he's on my side.
You know, it's just, he's owning it. So props. I mean, I guess, but still.
I say that all the time. I'll be like, all right, letter 1, or number B, number A. Or I'll go like 1, B, C. And I'll just like skip and go to a completely different numbering sequence. I don't know why, that's just how my brain functions.
I just like giving you shit.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I have figured that out in the 2+ years we've been friends now.
Smile.
It's almost 3.
It's weird if I'm not giving someone shit.
Accurate. You're either not in a good mood or you're pissed off. Well, I'm not sure.
I mean, I guess that would be the same thing, buddy.
Well, I'm thinking like not in a good mood, like you're not feeling good. Not as in not in a good mood. Anyway. That was a great meal. I don't know why I put an accent to great there.
A great meal.
Great.
They're great.
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 This is
I don't
you.
think I could eat another bite.
Okay, thank you. I was like, this is you.
Sorry, I had to tap back in.
You're good.
After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we were still able to pack away this much food. Well, you're all growing boys and girls, so eat up.
Fighting takes a lot of energy, so I'd say eating like this is normal after a day out in the plains.
Would anyone like more?
I should probably refrain.
If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows? We might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today.
Okay.
Let me help too.
I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Aw, thanks.
You really are too kind.
You're our guests. What kind of host would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of the tasks you'll be tending to do today. What do we got? Just a monster. Southwest area of the cliff. I figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Feel free to take advantage of that extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Understood?
Thank you again for everything. Do you want to spend some more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? It sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday.
And stayed in the elders' home yesterday, right?
I imagine he ought to be up and about soon.
We'd have no objection to completing this morning's task without you if you wish to spend more time with him.
But
This is probably her grandfather. Ken, are you there? Oh no, that's the elder.
Oh, it's me.
Well, they both get described as elderly voices.
I know, they're both old dudes.
Elder? Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good morning.
Grandfather.
Gordon? Morning, everyone.
Sorry to intrude.
Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well.
I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zendergate just a short while ago. They say the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked.
What?
Sorry, like the worst time down ever. It sounds like it all happened in the middle of the night. And that's not the last of it either.
Republican Army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. Same day at 800.
Or you could just say 8 o'clock.
But it's military, because it's military time. You know.
Or you could just say 8 o'clock because 800 and 8 o'clock are the same.
But I want to say it military time. I realize that I'm fighting a losing battle here, but I don't care. I'm going to say it this way.
No, I think I'm the one fighting a losing battle with the stubbornness.
Airborne Armored Division being sent out first as always, I see. Suppose it's only a matter of time before they get the order to the armored regiments, too.
Somebody else want to be this officer? Since I think mine and Xander's both just died.
The same model, too, of yours.
It is. It's repeat model usage for the generic soldiers.
I think Xander should go again because his character's dead.
But my character is dead. Both of our characters are dead.
Yeah. I'll do it
Either
just so
way.
you don't have to act yourself if you don't want to.
Either way. Lieutenant
Okay, well,
General,
not actually.
we confirmed the death of the two of the guards.
See, I told you they're dead.
They're very dead.
They're dead.
Further, 3 have sustained serious injuries. We've been able to stabilize their condition.
Oh, maybe they're not dead. They're still
No, they're dead.
No, they confirmed the
just
death
like
of
7
2 of the
shells.
guards. Those 2 were outside in direct line of fire from the artillery shells.
Shells in the face. Oh, I see. Have the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they don't get main character plot
I'm on a
armor.
horse.
Where did he get a horse out of nowhere?
They're in the
Well,
place
I
where
mean,
the
there's
horses
4
come
other
from.
unit or 3 other guys there. One of them probably bought the horse.
He's just like way up on this, like I'm thinking tower or something. All of a sudden, poof, horse. Contact Zendergate. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return.
Same day.
Oh, 9:30.
Let
Hey.
it go. Let it go.
Hey, you sure you don't need us to help?
I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of emergency.
same goes for you, Gaius. I assume you'll be heading to Zendergate to learn more about the current situation from Lieutenant General Evander. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thor's military academy.
I will.
Will you be staying here, Grandfather?
I will. I could use the truck after all. Since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move.
All right. Please take care of yourself.
I'm sorry, Elder Lacken. I feel terrible that I can't help you when you need it most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us.
May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. We make for Zendergate at once.
Indeed, we need to find out as much as we can about what happened. I'm really sorry to put you guys up to this. You already helped me out more than enough yesterday.
No problem. Don't sweat it. This must be the kind of breaking news every press photographer dreams of being on the scene for.
Still, it bothers me. How is it possible that both the Imperial and Republican bases were attacked at the same time?
Do you think one attacked first and the other swiftly retaliated?
No time to think about that right now. We need to hurry. We need to get to Zendergate as fast as we can. Right.
Whoa, don't ride too roughly.
Run like the wind, Bullseye.
Yeah!
That's one of the Imperial Army's airships.
This situation is looking worse by the minute.
We need to hurry.
Those are armored cars from the Imperial Army.
Damn, this isn't looking good.
It's also a tank.
Casually, just a big old tank. Couple tanks.
It's a very large tank.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the Imperial Army's 3rd Division. And it appears they're preparing for deployment.
Thanks, everyone. Let me go see if I can get permission to start taking photographs. I wonder where Lieutenant General Vander could be.
We need to find him so he can tell us what's going on here.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Who is this?
Evander.
Okay. I suspected you might show up.
We somehow beat him here.
Huh.
Lieutenant General.
Did you have some business to attend to elsewhere, sir?
Well, I thought I'd conduct another sweep of the area as a precaution. But never mind that now. You came at the perfect time. A freight train bound for Roar departs 30 minutes from now. I want you all on board that train. Finish up your field study as quickly as you can and return to the academy.
What?
But, sir,
while things ultimately depend on the action of the Republican Army, the bottom line is that we may be mere hours away from armed conflict with the Kavod Republic. I've already informed everyone in the settlement. Did they not relay the message to you?
Be that as it may, we can't just turn tail and pretend none of this is happening.
Lieutenant General,
Bless you.
have you established which side attacked first?
Nice.
That's the central question here.
Still under investigation. You have my assurance that the Imperial Army did not attack. We did not make the first move, nor have we retaliated. However, our army's watchtower was destroyed and several guards lost their lives. Does 2 count as several?
Well, I'm assuming more of those that were injured have lost their lives now as well. Because they did say they were critically injured.
As the officer in charge of Zendergate, I have a duty to act.
so there really were fatalities.
Let's presume, for the sake of argument, that the damage sustained by the Republican Army's base was in fact deliberate sabotage by their own forces. How bad was the damage?
Several of their facilities suffered major structural damage. The losses appear to be, at minimum, equal to ours. Honestly, I'd estimate them to be far greater.
But if they suffered even more damage than we did,
That doesn't make any sense.
Afraid we've long since passed the point where leisurely discussing our possibilities was an option. I will do all I can to avoid full-scale war. We're prepared for the possibility of armed conflict. I suspect they are as well.
But that just seems so wrong.
If that's your opinion, Lieutenant General, would you at least allow me a chance to investigate what happened on my own?
The slow look over from you said. Gaius?
investigate on your own?
As I'm sure you're aware, I know the Highlands like the back of my hand. When someone attempts to threaten the peace of my homeland, I won't rest until I've unearthed the truth behind what's happening.
You're serious. We'll do everything we can to help you.
I think this falls within the scope of our field study, too.
No, I think
Really?
this one
Really?
doesn't. You know, settling a dispute between some people, rescuing and your classmate who was arrested under false pretenses.
I mean, Estelle
Arguable.
and Joshua did have to do some things like this on their travels.
Yes,
so-
but they're bracers. That's their job. These are students at a
Yes,
school.
But these are modeled after the bracers.
This is not a field study.
This is
full-on-
border war.
This is a full-on mission at this
You know,
point.
casual negotiation between giant powers. It's fine. Yeah.
We don't have that authority that Estelle did.
No, wait. This is the people of Nords' problem. There's no reason for you all to stay here and risk getting caught in the crossfire.
A classmate and friend is staying behind. Isn't that reason enough?
I am a son of the House of Arborea. I would never disgrace the honor of my family name by fleeing in the face of danger.
Besides, it seems like your people have done a lot for my grandfather.
Guys, you remember what you said to us back at Heimdall Station? The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary.
He fucking got you there.
Yep.
Appears you've lost this one, guys. Lieutenant General, Currently 10:05. I will permit you until 12:30 to conduct your investigation. I will do everything in my power to postpone any potential conflict until at least then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Then we haven't a moment to waste.
We should begin by visiting the watchtower that was attacked.
That sounds like a good place to start.
Sounds like a good place to save once I have a chance.
Thank you. Really, I appreciate it more than you know.
It's no big deal, honestly. I agree with Elisa. We're classmates after all, and more than that, we're friends.
Well, this is clearly of great importance to you.
I know you want to protect your people, but that's not the only reason you're doing this, is it?
You got me. It ties back into why I accepted the Lieutenant General's recommendation and entered the Academy too. I'm sure each of you feels the same about your own homes, but I love this land with all my heart. The wind racing across the Highlands, the vast mountain peaks, the clear blue of the sky, the breathtaking beauty of the rising sun, the melancholy of the sunset, the twinkling of the stars in the twilight. I love everything about this land of Nord. It's part of who I am.
Wow. I guess it hadn't sunk in how much Nord means to you.
I'm certainly attached to Ruhr, but I can't think of anyone else who would state their love for their homeland so poetically.
If you love it
Seriously.
so much, why did you leave it behind? If you truly love Nord, if Nord is such a part of you, what is it that drove you to enroll in a military academy in a foreign land so far away?
I'm not surprised you'd find it strange. To be honest, I'm still not totally sure what compelled me to do it. Back when I was a kid, the Republican Army built a base in the Eastern Plains, and the Imperial Army responded in kind with their watchtower. It's made me more uneasy with every passing year. Years ago, a traveling priest from the Septian Church taught me all about the history of the continent. One thing that stood out to me was just how many lives have been lost during the conflicts between the major powers. Another major theme was just how profound of an impact the Orbital Revolution had on people's lives. Even the concepts of time and distance have changed so much. In effect, the Orbital Revolution shrunk the world. It made me realize a sad truth, one that kind of scares me even now. That there was no guarantee my homeland could stay at peace forever. That one day, it might be drawn into outsiders' conflicts and be occupied and redistricted into oblivion.
I can't believe you were thinking about such weighty things even as a kid.
So then, you joined the Academy in order to learn more about the outside world that posed a threat to your homeland?
Yeah, something along those lines. When I realized how afraid I was, I knew I couldn't close my eyes. I wanted to do something, anything, to protect this land. As luck would have it, I met the Lieutenant General. He's the one who told me about Thor's military academy. One thing led to another, he offered me a recommendation, and before I knew it, I took him up on his offer. So there I was, green as grass, heading off to study abroad despite having no clue what life in the Empire was like. Thinking back on how it all came together, what you said is probably what I was thinking back then.
Honestly, I've yet to hear a student offer a more galvanizing reason than yours for enrolling at the academy.
I have to agree. I don't know too many people who love their home so much that they leave it behind to find a way to protect it.
It's not a sentiment I can imagine many Erebonians feeling, that's for sure. But I think I finally understand.
Elisa?
Just an idle thought. But having heard Gaius pour his heart out to us, there's no way we can just walk away from this. Not after the people of Nord gave us such a warm welcome and treated us like family.
Indeed, I couldn't have asked for more.
Agreed. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here and stop war from breaking out.
Nord may not be our home, but it's still an important neighbor. I'll do what I can to aid you.
Thanks, all of you. Really, thank you.
I told you, Gaius is like the most grounded of all of them. Like, he's not there escaping something or running away.
He's just there to do his thing. He's got a goal. He's pursuing his goals.
Yep. You can see shell damage everywhere. It's even worse than I'd feared.
They've confirmed casualties too. I didn't think I'd ever have to see anything like this.
As students at a military academy, things like this are always within the realm of possibility. Although I hardly expected my first sight of such devastation to be the spark that ignites war with Calvard.
This may be too much for students like us to handle.
No. We've all been in situations that looked impossible before, haven't we? Every time we've come through, we just have to stay calm and think. I'm sure we can do something here too.
You're right.
True. We should focus on doing what we can.
They're students.
But they're military students.
They're students.
They're top of their class.
They're students.
Okay, but also, technically in this world, Estelle and Joshua were doing this at their age.
That doesn't... We're just gonna go in circles. Moving on.
Whatever we decide to do, we need to get a better grasp of the situation.
Yeah. Let's find out who's in charge to get the permission to start an investigation. I see. If Lieutenant General Vander has given you his permission, I see no reason to refuse. Thank you. However, I want to make it clear that armed conflict with Calvard could begin at any moment. We've got our hands full staying on guard for any potential threat from the east. I'll permit you to speak with the soldiers here, but don't get in the way of them doing their duties.
Understood.
Okay, let's get started. We should start by speaking with the soldiers and assessing the damage.
That seems wise. When we've gathered all the information we need, we can start piecing it together.
Right, let's go.
Right. Let's not.
Let's go to bed.
See.
Alrighty. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. Thank you, Neomana, for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mira, as well. We will be back for sure Wednesday with more trails. Possibly tomorrow. I never know on Tuesdays. Most of the time, nothing happens, but sometimes. It kind of depends on what what's going on with life. So, with that, we will see you guys next time. Let's see if there's anybody we can raid here. Well, the person I was gonna raid just went offline, so that's fun. Alright. Not seeing any really good people to raid, so that was really loud. So we're just gonna call it here. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time, I guess. Bye.